So yesterday, one of my friends on Facebook, he does the following post, and then it has about 30 comments. And so I want to read you the post, and best ever listeners, I want to read you the post, and then I'm going to tell you something about my thought process, and then I'm going to tell you what I responded with. And I'm a little disappointed with the lack of, oh, wow, what a great idea, Joe. I think it fell on deaf ears with all the people who are commenting. And I just want to get your opinion on if it was a good response, and if not, or if so, or if not, why do you think people weren't like, oh, that's an awesome idea? So here's what this person posted on Facebook. He says, our 5-year-old wants to do a lemonade and popcorn stand during our community yard sale this weekend. As her business consultants, we need to provide her some market research to help maximize profits. So we need your help. 1, how much would you pay for a glass of fresh lemonade? 2, what size cup of lemonade would you like for that price? 3, would you prefer fresh lemonade from actual lemon juice or the fake country time kind? Any and all other advice is also welcome. So there's the question that was proposed, or the scenario with multiple questions that was proposed. So let me give you a little bit of context about how I think. So I went to a conference a couple years ago, and you might have gone. I don't remember if you went with me or not. And it was in Cincinnati. And I didn't get a lot out of it except for this one speaker who, and I think you were there, who was just, he commanded a room very well. And he was the real estate guy. This conference was personal development and other things, but there's this real estate guy. And one thing he said, which was tied into real estate, but it's really just business, is he has a kid. And his kid would get paid like $7 an hour to wash a car. But when the kid went on stage with him and introduced him to the crowd, he'd give him $100. And the lesson that he was teaching his kid was there are certain things that we can do in life or in business that's a commodity, like washing a car, where a decent amount of people can wash cars and you get paid a fixed price based on the market rate of washing a car, right? You have a cap on how much you can make. Whereas if you get in front of a room of 500 people and you introduce someone and you get those people excited, well, there's not a lot of people who would choose to do that. And it's a skill that is valued higher than the former. And so that's why he gave his kid $100 to do that. And I really love that thought process. I love the thought process that, the market will pay you the value that you bring to it. And first off, do you remember that conference? Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
You do?
Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know, all right. So we did attend this together. It was a couple of years ago. So that's always stuck with me, always. So back to this question. They're asking about how much would you pay for a glass of fresh lemonade? Any and all advice, what size lemonade? Do you want the real stuff, the fake stuff, whatever? Everyone who had responded, and I was like the 16th, 17th response, everyone who had responded said something like, and I'll read a couple, real lemonade, maybe extra incentive from buyers if there's a little sign saying she's raising money, or $1 for a solo cup of country time, or 20-ounce minimum with at least $1 unless you make it so they can get quick change, $1. One more, I'll give you both. Country time and the real deal. Real deal more expensive. So I hear all those responses. I read those responses, but here's what I say, and I'll just read you exactly what I wrote. I'd say that lemonade is a commodity that can be easily priced based on market rates, which limits her upside. In addition to lemonade, I suggest adding in a bonus gift for each paying customer that isn't a commodity, such as a piece of art she draws or colors. That gives her limitless upside in her price point. Isn't that great?
Yeah, so you're gonna
I got
probably
one.
be,
I got one freaking like. Like
and
there were 15 other comments after mine, and no one it like fell on deaf ears. Like I'm thinking this is how this is a great lesson you can teach a kid or even a person. Like don't do a commodity. Everyone's got a freaking lemonade stand. Do something that isn't a commodity. It's like, oh, and I get this wonderful piece of art. Well, what's this piece of art worth? Well, limitless, you know? I mean, what are your thoughts?
So let me tell you a story from my perspective. So I actually saw this last night, and I saw the post because, and I read your response, and I apologize for not liking it. I typically don't ever click anything on Facebook. I just only time I really post is we do it in our private apartment syndication group. When I read it, I like smiled. I was like, "This is like a really good idea." I just didn't like it. So but the second I read, I saw you sent this over to me. I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to say that I saw that." But I'm sorry to say that I didn't actually like click the like button. But when I read it, I was like, that's genius. Like if I saw a lemonade stand and they had a sign that said, fresh lemonade plus free, finger painting or something, I'd be way more likely to stop than I would be if, and I would never stop for something like that. It's just how I am. But if I saw that, especially not having a kid, like, that's adorable.
Yeah. And even and so and for the record, I don't care how many likes I do or don't get on posts. I don't care. I just thought it was an interesting result of, hey, I think this is the right approach, but the crowd doesn't seem to agree. I thought it was intellectually interesting. And what I would do is I would actually flip it. I wouldn't say here's a lemonade stand with art. I'd say here's art for sale, and you get some lemonade with that. So you lead with the thing that isn't a commodity, and then, oh, you also get lemonade too. How much would you pay for a piece of custom artwork from a 5-year-old plus a glass of lemonade? I guarantee you she would make more than $3 per transaction, and that would be much more than whatever a glass of lemonade would be, $1 or whatever else.
Yeah, I mean, because even obviously, you're not necessarily like I wouldn't like post the art in my office somewhere, but just like the experience of doing it would be worth paying $5 for it. Because the kid, it's the kid. Obviously, the kid put a lot of time into this and thought into this, or someone did. And again, that's just that's just really adorable. If a kid was doing an art sale,
and obviously the lesson is the market pays for value, and if you're in a commodity business, then you're going to be priced out.